Okay, we were going to do the Rolls Royce thing, but it's late and I want to do a video, so we're going to do something smaller that I picked up today actually. It's this set here, so it was on reduced to clear. Strangely, the price at the price checking machine was different to the price at the actual checkout, which annoyed me because that's never happened before. So I paid $8 for this, and the checkout, the machine said it was $7. So that's a bit miffy. That's the worst thing to cut these things with. Dear. Maybe I shouldn't do it now. I will do this. This will be fun. I should do it this way around. It's got to be orientated correctly. I've just realized that actually I can adjust the light here, which is actually the main light's off to the side over here, and then there's another light over here. It's not very balanced, but actually this light here can probably be moved now directly underneath the camera, which I think would probably work better. Because the camera is slightly adjusted, as I've been through before on this channel, because I shifted it up a bit. So now there's a bit more space. Which is why it's always zoomed in, because it's too far up. Well, it might be too zoomed in. I can never really tell. Like, it's going to be like this. It's fine. It's fine. Let's open this up. Will this take 20 minutes at most? I have to get it done reasonably quickly. It's got some cool looking pieces in it though. No stickers. That's what I was worried about. Like, I looked at the box and I was like, I don't really want to put a sticker there or there. But from the looks of things so far, it's a sticker free set. Yay! There was another set. I got another one today as well, which the other ones I'm pretty excited about, but I've still got these two Technic sets to get through. I was going to get a third one that was a city set. There was only one of it left, but it wasn't quite that cheap, and so I didn't buy it. And I'm pretty sure it's still available in other stores, so I decided not to get that one. And that had some interesting pieces, but it wasn't quite as good as this, and it had definitely was a case of stickers everywhere. So let's get into this. It's been a while since we've done a real Lego set. So where's that piece? Is it grey? It's a bit hard to tell in the picture. Okay, well, it's grey. There you go. I've got some interesting woodcraft things to do that I really want to do. Lots of things to do, and I just haven't been. I'm better than I was before at making videos, I think, but I still want to get close to doing it every day. And at the moment, it's like twice a week, and it's like, well, that's just not good enough. But it's because I've started going to sleep at 10:30 at night, whereas I used to go to sleep at 11:30 at night. And my brain still thinks that, well, I'll just make these videos at 11 o'clock or something. It's too late. So now I'm actually, it's after 10:30 now. So my whole getting up or going to sleep a bit earlier is just not going to happen. Daylight savings has my time shift from daylight savings is rapidly disappearing, and I'm going back to the same old routine. Which as well, I was reading something, or not reading, reading. Was talking about sleep patterns, and what was it really about? I can't remember why it was interesting. Maybe we don't sleep as much as other primates or something like that. But they were saying, that we consistently basically sleep about 7 hours a night. And I'm like, well, I used to sleep about 7 hours a night, but recently it's been, up to the 8 hours a night. And I kind of want to do 7 hours of sleep a night. So I should just go to sleep at 11:30 and get up at the same time. I get up at about 7. So that, at 11:30, that's 7.5 hours. So I should be able to pull that off. Because I did notice over the years, I've forgotten this piece here, that I needed less and less sleep. But now in the last couple of years, I felt like I've needed slightly more sleep. And it's like, well, boring. So this is going quite fun. This is a very interesting colour. I like it. It's not one that I have that much of, I don't think. Is that, what colour is it? Not teal, maybe? I don't know. I haven't got any of these little floppy tails in this colour. In fact, I haven't had a floppy tail like this for a very long time. I think I had some black and orange ones from some weird series, probably like the Exo, what were they called? Not the Exo Knights, the ones with the anime characters from a very long time ago. I've got a poster of it in my hall passage, and I can't remember what it's called. I will check on the way out. It actually covers up a hole in the wall. It's not a hole in the wall, it was a hole that was repaired just before I moved in. So I covered it up with a poster. So it's got plaster over it, but it hasn't been painted. So that's a true story. Now, I'm trying to find this piece, and I'm a bit flummoxed as to where it might possibly be, because it should be right in front of me. If I'm not mistaken, it is right in front of me. It's right here. So we're going, well, I haven't seen Frozen 2, so I have no idea at all what this character has to do with the movie. And it's funny because it's like, you know, I've seen this one. Every time I go to the shop, I see this set, and I'm like, it doesn't have any figures in it, but it looks cute. So I haven't ever got around to getting it. But now it was the only one left in the shop, and it was reduced to clear, and it's like, well, just go get it. It was one of those lucky things. You go to the shop, and I've mentioned the shop like a ton of times, is that they sell things pretty cheap sometimes. You just have to get in there at the right time. They don't seem to be doing it so much these days. But the trick is, you see, is that you go there and they have these little yellow tags, and the little yellow tag will say, reduced to clear, blah, 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 or, you know, reduced or whatever. And those aren't the ones you really want. You want the ones that are hidden away behind all the other boxes, because it's quite a messy shop. And it's not their fault, is that children come along and mess it up all the time. So quite often, you know, you have to dig behind boxes to find other things. And the real good deals are the things that the shop have just forgotten about, that are hidden behind the back, and are just slowly getting cheaper and cheaper over time. And I almost couldn't find much today, and I was just going to get something that was mildly reduced to clear, but wasn't that reduced to clear. But it seemed alright. Oh, there was a couple of interesting new Friends cheapy sets that I thought I might get one of those. But I looked behind a couple of boxes, and I found this one, and I found another one, which isn't quite as reduced to clear, but it was still a pretty good deal. So I got that one too, and I'm quite excited about that one. I'm not entirely sure why, but I am. So we'll go with that. But this one is cool because it has printed pieces, so you can't critique it on that. I did look at getting a Doctor Strange set, because I'm planning to go to see Doctor Strange tomorrow. I feel like I should probably say, well, I should spend whatever I spend on a movie ticket to go on a Lego set. That would be reasonable, but it's pretty expensive to pay to go to the movies. I could buy it on DVD when it comes out. I could get a Disney Plus subscription for a few months with the cost of 2 months with the cost of a ticket. So that's a bit odd. I don't think you can't watch Doctor Strange straight away on Disney Plus, can you? I don't know. I'm going to go see it in the extreme screen, because that's the only way to see films. So we're going along. I'm quite excited about that. I've been looking forward to going to see Doctor Strange tomorrow. Even though I find Doctor Strange as a character is not so exciting. And also Benedict Cumberbatch. I didn't realize how annoying I found his American accent, but I find his American accent to be quite annoying. So I like the fact they're using these little leaves. This is a leaf piece, by the way, if you can't see it. It's a standard leaf, but they're using it as cute little paws, and it works very well, I think. So that's nice. I started watching this TV series just this evening called A Town Called Eureka, or is it just called Eureka? It's like a science fiction comedy thing, if you haven't heard of it. It's from a few years back. It was recommended somewhere, so I thought I started watching it. It's got Matt I can't say Fuhrer. Matt something or other. The guy who used to be like, what was he? What was it? What's that thing? There was a TV series where no, that wasn't the same guys. It was in something, back in the 80s, but it wasn't Max Headroom, was it? Probably he was Max Headroom. But the point is, he's doing I think it's an Australian accent, but it's not a very good Australian accent. Like, it sounds kind of terrible. Like, it just sounds so cliched, and not really. Like, I'm not Australian, so I can't really comment. But it just sounds like a little bit over the top and wrong. And it feels like he's kind of ever so often slipping into a South African accent. It's like, so. You know, because usually British actors are okay at doing, to a non-American, like, they're okay at doing American accents. And most people, I think, can kind of pull one off, because we hear American accents all the time. But I think when Americans do other accents, and occasionally when British people who have very British-sounding voices try to do American accents or whatever, it doesn't quite work. And I think anyone doing an Australian accent who isn't an Australian probably shouldn't. Maybe people watch this and say, who are from Australia, and say, gosh, that's a very Australian accent. I thought he really was Australian. But I don't think they do. I did think, like, there's this movie called, is it called World's Fastest, or just Fast as an Indian or something? It's got Sir Anthony Hopkins in it, and he's playing a New Zealander, and he does a kind of rural New Zealand accent, and I thought he was pretty good at that. Like, it's, you know, sounded, I mean, I don't know, I don't think I have that kind of New Zealand accent, so I can't, you know, I don't feel like I have their authority to say it was a good accent, but I thought it was okay. You know, when you hear someone doing your own accent, it's interesting. But anyway, look at this. Those are pretty cool printed pieces. I can obviously see why that one is printed, because you'd be hard pressed to get this with a sticker on it. It looks like it's the front of a car, but I don't think I've ever had that as a car piece before. But it's quite neat. There was another like reduced to clear piece set that wasn't actually that reduced to clear, but it was two 4+, but it had some really cool animals in it, and that was what I was, you know. And the other set that wasn't a 4+, I was going to get had a cool animal in it, and I thought, well, I'm going to get it next time. But I'm looking forward to there's like a farm set coming out soon that looks neat. And it has some neat little animals in it. How's this supposed to go together? Oh, it goes like what? It goes like that, I think. Like this? Is this how it goes? That does look convincingly like it should go like that. Next we're going to take this one and go there. We've got 15 minutes. So I said 20, so there's 14 minutes on the clock so far. I said I'm going to do this in 20 minutes. Well, what's this thing? So there's got these funny little eyes in it. So I've got 5 minutes to finish this off, so we can do this. It's got these cute eyes. That's a plus point, because those eyes are neat. Except, where's the other eye? Okay. We're just doing the same thing. So tomorrow I'm planning to run to the movie cinema, like I normally do. I was going to make it a big run, so I went for a run this evening, but I didn't do a huge run, because, you know, you've got to have some energy left over. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely going to be trying to do more running this colder season, wintry season. That's quite neat. They do open up. Look at that. That's quite cool. They look very much like a little lizard. It said Salamander something or other on the when I took it to the checkout, but it didn't actually say Lego on the checkout thing. And I'm like, did it misscan? Because they have this weird thing where they have these stickers over the barcode, and it's like the barcode reader still seems to manage to read it, but it's like, what's the point of the sticker? So the other set didn't have a sticker over it, And I'm like, did it just somehow misread the thing and get something that was $1 more expensive? It's just like, well, what are you going to do at the shop? You can't just go back and say, I'm sure this was cheaper. It was cheaper on the machine. There's some kind of fair trading thing that says that was the price on the machine. That's the price you have to give it to me. The price checking machine, not the checkout machine, because that would be silly. Right. So we're finished. I think there's actually the entire lizard has been done, and they're quite cute. They're quite cute. They're definitely the kind of thing you're going to leave on your desk at work. They work very well in that sense. So I like it so far. I'm enjoying this. Best fun I've had all day. Because I did feel a little bit ill in the tummy earlier in the day, which wasn't so fun. But that has improved, as it usually does in the evening. Right, so we have to make, and you do get these little tiny, I'm going to have to put it on the end of this, and there's like a little log pattern on that. Tell you what, that would be cool at the old pick-a-brick thing. So I haven't managed to get to the shop, the Lego shop, for that kind of stuff. Maybe tomorrow. I'm kind of going partially that way, but not entirely that way. Are they? I mean, we'll get to this thing here. It's like I was gonna say, are these things actually eating? Is this thing eating an icicle? All right, so we've made that, and then we just chuck these things in over here, and a nicely coloured flame. This does seem like an odd. It's not going to come across in the camera, but it's slightly pink at the top, and then it's orange down the bottom, which is something I don't think I've had before. So it's a nice variation on a theme. And then we can take that. I just heard some rumbling in the distance. That sounds very odd. But I don't think it's anything to be worried about. And then we're going to put this one, and then we're going to put that, and one part there. I'm going to make the other one, except the other one's got a white bit at the bottom. What's up with that? I'm guessing that's intentional, but obviously you're going to have to make that on the next set, so we'll just put that there. And then I'm missing something. Oh, this thing here, right. So that bit goes there and there. That was fun. So that's one of those things made. And then we're making another similar item, which is that, and this, and this, and that. So this is a bit different, and then that one. So what are all these things for? Like, where did this come from? What was that for? Was that just sitting on the desk and I was just, this has got nothing to do with this set? I think this has nothing to do. This is from the previous thing I made, which was something else. I expect, well, there's no associated pieces. So we've finished it, and it's taken about 20 minutes. We've got quite a few extraordinary little extra pieces here. Not really extraordinary, but in fact I'm a bit concerned because I've obviously forgotten this. This one's fallen out. Or I forgot to put one on this one. Okay, there we go. And then we've got this, and that's our thing. We've got these two little things to toast our marshmallows with. And we're still left having no idea how this fits into the Frozen universe. Because I have to get round to, obviously I have to get round to watching Frozen 2, but I do have a plan, probably once, the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series comes out, I'm going to get Disney Plus, and I'm sure with Disney Plus I must be able to watch Frozen 2 easily enough, or I could check the library to see if they have a copy. Maybe it's on DVD. But I should get around to watching this, and then I can understand this wonderful Lego set that I bought. They do eat ice. They do eat the ice. They eat the ice things. So I was a bit confused. They eat ice, but they like fire. So that's because look, they're eating. They just like all the different temperatures. They're like little thermometers. I should call them thermi or something. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that kind of cute? Haven't found a lizard recently. What did I find? Oh, I found another caterpillar in my lounge, not on the concrete last time. So I took them outside, and it's like, how did this caterpillar get inside and go? It must have gone under the door and then walked all the way across, like 2 meters or so. Not maybe 2, maybe a meter and a half, across a yard and a bit. I don't know what a yard is. To inside of the house. And it's like, what was a caterpillar doing that for? So anyway, but they weren't a lizard. I haven't had a lizard come inside the house, but they do scuttle around outside. They don't look anything like this because they're not salamanders. Salamanders like breathe fire or something in like computer games. So I don't know. Bye. Thanks for watching.